Hello! Merry Christmas, everybody! I hope that everybody's having a good Christmas morning. I had the grandbabies over yesterday, so Hubbard and I, we haven't really done anything today because he just got up. It's the best part about being adults and not having kids in the house. You don't have to get up first thing in the morning. You know, that's kind of cool because nobody wants to get up in the morning. Welcome to Bma's Crafty Corner. I am Bma, better known as Els, and this is our Nobody Alone for the Holidays. That's right. We're going to be here on and off all day long just to spend time with you guys because what else am I going to do? Merry Christmas, Arlene. Hello, Merry Christmas, Miss Gypsy. Nice to see you guys. All right. So I think I'm just going to work on some more ephemera today for right now. And then in a little bit, we'll maybe get started on some pages and get this sucker put together. What do you say? It's a ho, ho, ho holiday. I just wanted to say ho, ho, ho. Really, seriously, that's all. I just wanted to say ho, ho, ho. What can I say? All right. So we're just kind of looking at stuff and seeing what we want to do. I think I want to turn this into a tuck. Let me grab another piece of yellow paper because, well, you know, yellow is the color we're working with. Is this the right yellow? It is. Okay. So let me pop a circle out of this. I probably used a cutting die for this. And this is not going to be big enough. Nope. We did use a cutting die, so let's grab the dies real quick. I'll just grab the circles. All right, let's see. I don't know. Maybe we can use the little cutter. I don't know. Let's find out. Does that fit through the little cutter? It does. Good. It's glorious. Glorious day. Okay, move that out of the way. Let's see what circle we used for this. I think it might have been one of these. This one? Yep, that's the one. All right. Wow. Hi, Miss Maury. Hi, friend. I was doing so good till that. Okay, here we go. Take that off. All right. Let me grab the plates. And did we lose the die already? Oh, I put it over here. Okay. Get this on here. Take a little bit more of this off. There we go. Okay. Now this should hopefully fit. Oh, it's going to be a tight squeeze, but we'll get it there. Okay. Into the machine it goes. All righty. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Bless you. Happy Hanukkah for our Jewish friends. Let's go. I'm a little weird this morning. I haven't opened my presents yet. Like I said, Hubbard just got up. And so we have not opened presents. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. The glue's working. And I now have glue all over my cutting board. We need handy wipes for that. Or Mickey wipes. All right. Got that glue cleaned up. Okay. What? They got Mickey Mouse on them. My Mickey wipes. Okay. So now we have this. We wet this down pretty good yesterday. And we're hoping that released some of the ink because it's a water-based ink. It did! Yay! We have the color we want. This is wet though because it's still got glue on it. So we're gonna. There we go. Okay. Let's keep up a good thing. We'll keep that closed. All righty. So we'll set this aside because we're gonna use that as a tuck. You know, we can just tuck stuff under it. Here we go. We always make everything to the right. I don't know why. We're going to do this one to the left. Let's get the stampy scissors. Carla! Yeah, I couldn't help myself. I had to do the ho, ho, ho thing too. Ho, ho, ho! It's supposed to be a stamp, so we're going to make it look like a stamp. Then we're going to ink the crap out of it. Why? Because it's just the way that we do these things. So, you're still in bed. Yay! Hello, Patty Ann! She went to a 13-year-old boy and giggled. Yes. I don't know. Like, I want a base for this, but I think that might be too big. So, let's just cut a piece. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right, first let's straighten this up. Because I'm a wonky cutter. Let's see if that's good. We probably should have measured something, but you know, not my idea of fun. That's going to fit back there, and then we'll put this on there, and then we'll put this over it. It'll be cute. What? It'll be cute, I swear. All right, 3 in 1. Hey, Steffi G. Hey, I got my Grinch on. I do. I have my Grinch on today. I have my Grinch socks on. No, they're not from my Happy Meal. I won't actually wear those. I will actually put them away and save them forever and ever and ever. So I had the grandbabies here last night. Arlene, are you going to see your grands today? I know Miss Mari is. Because, yeah, if Zola didn't get to see her as well, she would have a problem with that. So we know she's going to be there at some point. What a icky, gross mess that is. Let me see if I have any cleaners for this. Q-tips. 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 cleaning just gets nasty after a while, you know? You just have to kind of try and get the bulk of it out. It's gross. Okay, put that on there. Oh, much better. It doesn't feel, yeah. All right, we got another one. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. But at least you got to see him and he got to see you. That is a beautiful thing, isn't it? I mean, think back when we were kids. How many times did you just need your grandma and you didn't get to see her? Michelle has survived, by the way. If y'all don't know, for some reason, California was hit with some really bad winds. And she had a branch come down out of one of her trees. Thankfully, it was the house. But she was outside yesterday. It was raining and it was windy. Hi, Harry. And Jesse, bless his heart, was right there alongside her the whole time. She sent me pictures. They were both just soaked, absolutely soaked to the bone. Jesse had his towel on. And it just, the wind was just incredible. She was for a while there, they had power outages sporadically, and so she managed to get her solar chargers and get those built, set up, and so that she had some power, enough to, at least power her phone. So if there was an emergency, she had some contact and way to get contact out. But oh my God, what a mess. And her yard is a disaster right now, which is probably driving her crazy because she likes a clean yard. She has a beautiful garden, and it's very natural. It's a very natural garden, but still, you still curate it, and you don't want it messy. And what is the deal with you? Are you in a mood? No, we'll open presents when Daddy's ready. Not until Daddy's ready. No, you have to wait. Yeah, he's still traumatized. But yeah, do you remember, like, when we were kids, there were days you just needed your grandma, you really just needed your grandma, and she was miles away and there was nothing you could do about it. And if you were lucky enough to actually know all 7 digits to your grandma's phone number, because grandma's never lived in a different area code. You could call her and tell her you needed her and she would come over. But now it's like, if I need you, I don't have to wait. I just, boom, you're right there. Get down. Get down. Go on. There you go. Like my grandmother, when my parents bought their first house, my grandparents lived like 20 minutes away on the freeway. So it wasn't like I was going to just skip over to their house, But to have the ability, because I remember when my mom moved us across country, it was like, oh, wow. All of a sudden, she was gone. She wasn't there anymore. And we couldn't just call her and she would rush over. But my grandparents, probably about 4 or 5 years before we moved across country, they actually moved right across the lake from us. And we could either ride over there on our bicycles, or if we felt particularly adventurous, we could get in our rowboat, paddle over. Um, actually, Patty Ann, you might know this. Um, Bertram's Island. Now, it's closed now. Closed a few years ago. And when we were kids, Bertram's Island was like a little amusement park kind of thing that was on the lake. And it was on the opposite side of the lake from us. And my grandparents lived, when they moved, they lived right down, like literally within like a couple of blocks of it. And we used to go there a lot when we were kids. Because it was cheap and it was easy, you know. My mom would, I think this one we're just going to, you know, glue it onto a page. Yeah, because that's what grandmas do. They get there, you know. But all right, so I think we're going to use this as a pocket, but we're going to get rid of this stuff on the outside because we won't sock that, you know. We just won't. It's not the way we do things around here. But we used to go over to Bertram's Island all the time when we were kids. And so when my grandparents moved, like right there, it was like, yeah. Aw, I'm sorry. I have like such great memories of my grandma. Like I never knew there was anything wrong with her, you know, but apparently she was an extreme diabetic. And I didn't know that. I never knew. I mean, I knew my grandmother was kind of sickly. But like I knew she bruised easily and but it never showed up when we were there, you know. When we were there, she was always 150%. Now, she passed away when I was probably about 10 or 11. And my mom didn't let us go to the funeral because that's just not how things are done in the Irish community. Now, on the other hand, my cousins, who were the same age, they went to the funeral. And it wasn't for years that I found out just how bad it was when she died. In talking to my cousin years later as an adult, I finally figured out, you know, how bad it was. I don't even know if this is going to fit on the page. Just barely. We might have to trim a little off the edge, but you know, it's okay. Now, on the other side, my grandmother on my dad's side, his mom, I don't know. I think that woman was 280 years old when she died. Oh my God. I remember, even as a young kid, she was old. And she lived long enough to meet my daughter and then lived years after that. I think she passed away when my daughter was like 8 or 9 years old. And she was old, like deep set wrinkles, puffy eyes, frail. but feisty as crap. She was married to an older Italian guy. It was my dad's stepfather. And they ran a bar and grill Italian restaurant kind of thing. And when it was time to kick, people out of the bar for the night for last call, boy, that woman was a hurricane. She would boot them out. Hi, Christine. Merry Christmas, my dear. So, to me, grandparents were just important. And so, I decided when I had kids, I knew when I had kids that when I had grandkids, I was going to be there. That's it. I'm going to be there. And thankfully, I have, for the most part. There was a point with Lily. I'm not as close to her as I'd like to be. And I think that has to do with the fact that for a long time, her biological mother, who is, a piece of disaster, which I would never say in front of Lily, but Lily knows that. So, to be honest, she does. She didn't want me to be around Lily. And so for like 2.5 years, 2 years, she kept me away from Lily. And it was only when life got really bad for them as a family, and her family wouldn't do shit to help them, that she decided that we weren't so bad. Because she needed a place to live. Hubbard is still a little
salty is an understatement.
Salty about that.
Salty is an understatement. All 7 oceans don't have the amount of salt that I got going on there.
No, it did not.
What did not?
No, not you. Patty Ann, honey, it's okay. We all speak autocorrect. Well, we read autocorrect. And in our brain, it reads correctly. So don't even worry about it. All right, let's see. Okay, we got one more. This one, the one that looks like a file card. I think that's so cute. All right, so we're going to trim this on the sides. This one. Oh, that's going to be difficult. Yeah, that's going to be hard. No, can't do it that way. We've got to do it this way. We're just going to have to eyeball this, okay? Okay. Isn't that cute? All right, so now I'm going to put this on a piece of paper. And then we'll cut it out, and hopefully I can get this back, the way that it is. I'll be mad if I can't. There's glue snot in my glue box. I hate that. Okay, let's try this again.
Okay. Give me a second.
All right, let's try this.
Wait.
If I can get the pin in the hole. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's better. Muy better.
Come on. What do you know?
All right. Exactly. We all have them.
Holiday cheer delivered to neighbors.
You took it over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hubbard made a whole bunch of stuff. We have neighbors, they're Asian, and they have a kitchen in their backyard.
Oh, it's an outdoor kitchen setup.
I hate them
Oh, they smell so good.
because they cook some food.
Oh my God, it's
And
so good.
I like, I like Asian food. Oh my God. Some nights we go out there and it's like,
You just walked into the 5-star Chinese restaurant that's whooping up everything for 100 people, and it smells so good.
oh my God, it's so good.
But every year, about this time of year, they make these puffed rice with caramel on top. So I reciprocate with banana bread, fudge, snickerdoodles, chocolate chip, and banana bread cookies. And some fudge.
Yeah, you said fudge twice, honey.
I've got to remember the fudge. Fudge, good.
I did not. I got whammed last night.
Really? When?
When I was sitting in the living room listening to your sounds of the season, you asshole.
Oh,
I knew it would be him.
I was just trying to make nice.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know that idiots was going to put that up?
How were you going to know that they weren't? Because they do every year. Yeah, Hubbard whammed me, sent me to Wham Holla yesterday. I did not make it. I don't think we're going to do anything to this other than ink it. I like that just the way it is. So I'm not going to put it on anything. We'll just glue it down. That one's good. What do we got? Now we have one of these. I'm thinking we might do this one, as a dot. We'll hold on and see. Aw, that is sweet. I kind of like this because it's just big enough that you see the points in the outside, but yeah, I kind of like that. All right, we're going to do that. I'm not going to add anything to it. We're just going to do it just like that. I hate that, Arlene. When you're doing it and then like there's just that one that you look at it and you go, what the hell? I did this like 20 colors ago. Then you're digging back into your colors trying to find it. So frustrating. I like that. That's simple, but I like it. Okay. Then we have this guy. And I think that we're just going to put it on the card and just make it thicker. And then we'll put it in the book. I don't even, maybe we'll use it as a tuck. So let's glue this down and we'll put it on card and cut it out and see where we go. Here's where we're going. This glue is driving me nuts. There's like a booger snot in there or something. It's a glue booger and it's in there and it's right at the tip. I can't get it to go away. Come on, glue booger, come out. Whoa, got it out. It's just a little glue booger and it was being annoying. I pulled it out and all of a sudden the glue is just like, blah, 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 blah. That's what I get for squeezing the glue bottle instead of just letting it flow. Okay, so let's get this on here. I have a doll that was my mother's, which is really weird because my mom was very much a tomboy, but my grandmother would buy her dolls, hoping, I guess, that, you know, maybe she'd act like a girl. I don't know. But years later, my grandmother gave it to me. I had that doll forever. First off, my Uncle Bill, when they were kids, carved it to look more anatomically correct. It's a 12-year-old boy. So it has that. This needs a little piece right there that's a little funky. There we go. Get that off of there. Okay, so we'll use that as a tuck. Wow, 5 of them. You know who I'm friends with on Facebook? Kind of weird. My old babysitter. Like, how weird is that? Okay, these, I think we're just going to use these on the page. So we'll put them in the done pile. There's more. I think that's all of it. There might be more, but we'll find it. No, there's another one. Okay, so in the done pile. We done with those. This little label, I think we'll probably use this as a tuck. So we'll put it on the card. And it is, we'll cut it 2-inch strip. That should work. Yeah. His sister was my babysitter for a long time, and her name was Andrea. And she was our babysitter for a while. And then she went away to college. And so my mom talked to her brother and asked if he would be interested in being the babysitter. And so he became our babysitter. And the reason was because my mom was on the volunteer ambulance department in our town. And she was an EMT. And it was a completely voluntary ambulance department. So if they didn't have people who could go to emergencies, the nearest actual ambulance department was like 40 minutes away. And the hospital was over an hour. So it was a complete volunteer department. For a long time, they used their own vehicles because they didn't have a fire truck, an ambulance. But they eventually did get one. And the one that they got was used, and it was from somebody else. But I'll tell you what, that sucker was 4-wheel drive. It would go up the dirt mountain roads, and yeah. So my mom needed to have somebody who was close by so that if a call came in on the night she was on call, she could just, so she had Joey. And if there was an ambulance call that came in and she had to go, because it was, she was on duty that night, she would go over and knock on Joey's bedroom window because it was the front window. And she would knock on his window, and he knew instinctively that that was what he needed to do. So she would leave the house open. She'd go across the street, knock on his window, get in the car and leave. And then he would just go over to our house and go in and keep an eye on us. It was a system, and it worked. Of course, back then, you really didn't have to worry about, 95% of the crap that you have to worry about today. And, honestly, we lived at the top of basically a mountain. The tail end of the Poconos. But yeah, I'm actually friends with him on Facebook. Which is a little weird, but he was a good kid, kept his nose clean for the most part. He didn't get into trouble. I know how my mom paid him, and it wasn't cash. And no, it wasn't anything weird. But I had an uncle who lived in Maui. Yeah. Okay, I got the COVID too. I thank goodness, because I got the COVID and all it did was made me sick for 2 days. Like, I don't want to get out of this bed sick. But other than that, I was okay. thank goodness. But I do have long COVID now. So I guess they said that if you had, like, if the COVID you had was not, like, it didn't take you down in the first place, then you end up with the long COVID. And the long COVID sucks. All right, so we're gonna put this on here. But you know what? Before we do that, I wanna make more, like, pieces. I need to go find the dots. Hold on, let me go grab the dots. I think they're in the other room. Not in the other room. Where are they? I don't know, stupid. What'd you do with them? I don't know. I am real good at losing shit. So that's going to drive me nuts. Well, shit. What did I do with them? Michelle stole them again, I'm sure. Kidding. They are probably in the other room, but I just didn't look hard enough. Let's see. Because they're not here. If I had them out here, they'd be on the cart. Oh, you want to go outside? Okay. Here you go, baby. Okay. Well, hell's bells. All right, I'll find them. They're here someplace. We'll find them and we'll use them later. Yeah, I got it when Hubbard was so careful. He didn't let me or Amy out of the house. Because he was like, no, if I get it, no big deal. But I don't want you guys getting it. Because if he got it, then he got time off of work. If we got it, he didn't get time off of work to take care of us. So he was like, I want to, if anybody's going to get it, I'll get it. And I'm claustrophobic, so I couldn't wear the mask at all. The great toilet paper panic of 2020. Yeah. So he did not want us to get it. Bless his heart. Love him. And I'm not saying that like bless his heart. No, I mean like he was being authentic. He did not want us to catch this. And so he would go to the grocery store and do all the grocery shopping. And he would come home and he would wipe everything off before he brought it in the house. You know, he did all the things. And then we got the all clear. You know, all right, we can start reiterating into society. Everything's good. Go outside. You can breathe some clean air. And that's what happened. Because we went out. Ooh, Michelle sent me these rub-ons. We're going to use one, I think. Maybe this one or that one. I don't know. We'll find out. But, yeah, we went outside. We got some more of that. Maybe the yellow one. Is there an open package of that, I think? Yeah, let me look. I don't know why I don't keep these with my stickers, but I just don't. Yeah, there's one in there. Okay. This is the open package, so we'll use that. Why not, right? Okay. But this is, I guess, because these are mostly rub-ons or like fabric pieces. They're a little different. Flower book, huh? Nothing, you know, I can't live without. Okay. Sorry about the arm, guys. But so yeah, he went out, and then after they gave us the all clear, and you know, well, you have to wear masks, and you know, you still have to use hand sanitizers and all this stuff. And I can't use regular hand sanitizers because after years of working in a kitchen, my hands are very very sensitive to hand sanitizers. So I would just carry a pack of handy wipes with me because those I can handle. My skin can handle them. So we went out. My daughter called me, and it was the first time that they had done this. There's a tattoo parlor here in town that does once a month. They do $10 tattoos and $10 piercings. And because of my migraines, my daughter thought that getting, you know, my ears pierced in the center there, you know, in that little piece that comes off the head. I don't remember what it's called at this point, but she thought getting that done would help because they say that that helps with migraines. So she took me down to get it done. And for the most part, you wait outside, and then all of the tattoo artists inside have their own little, like in this particular parlor, they have them all like half walls sectioned off, and each one has their own little area with a little lounge area. It's a very nice tattoo parlor here in Vegas. But we went in to get tattoos and piercings, and so she was getting the tattoos, and the lady that was doing my piercing is actually the daughter of a friend of mine that I went to college with recently, not back in the day. She was taking sign language classes with me, and we had met and stuff. And so I was like, wait a minute, I know your mom. And she's like, really? I said, yeah, your mom owns a place, right? She goes, yeah, that's my mom. I said, yeah, I know your mom. So her mom came out. We sat and chat shit for a little bit. And well, everything was going great. Then we got back in the car, and I had driven down because I don't smoke in my daughter's car. So when we go someplace, usually I'm the one that drives so that I can smoke if I need to in the car. So we were done with our tattoos. We were waiting for Will to get done with his because he was getting more than a $10 tattoo. He was getting a piece that he had worked on. It was being done over time. So my daughter sneezes. And like, it was one of those, that just like, boom, it happened. And she went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, don't worry about it. It's a sneeze. We were in the car. We had the windows up because we had the air conditioner on. I went home. She got in her car with Will and they went home. I came in the house. Me and Amy went and did something. I came back. It was the next day. And my daughter calls me and she goes, I need to let you know something. And I was like, what? She's like, she had a tenant that was renting a room from her. And her tenant had been diagnosed with COVID. She goes, so-and-so, the girl's name, has COVID. And so we're all in quarantine. And I was like, awesome. So we waited like 2 days. And Mikey had it. And he was home. And like he came in and we were like pink eye protocols. And he was like, okay. So he goes in his room. He's got his hand sanitizer wipes. He's got his Clorox wipes for everything else. He uses the bathroom. And then when he's done, he tells me I go in with gloves and everything gets wiped down with Clorox. And because we had a lot of kids. And when you have a lot of kids, you have to like, pink eye is highly contagious. So my kids all know pink eye protocols. You don't touch anything. You eat with plastic utensils off paper plates, and it all goes into a bag and straight to the trash. Because anything that you touch can become infected. And that infection can linger just like COVID did. So we treated it like he had pink eye. So he stayed in his room. He wiped his computer down daily. He wiped down his doorknobs, his closet door. His bed sheets were changed daily. He would pull them off the bed, put them in a plastic bag, and then I would put on gloves and take them out and put them in the laundry and throw the bag away. And we have like all of this stuff that we do. And so he had gotten it and he came home and we didn't catch it when he had it. And he got it twice because he was doing air conditioning and heating in an apartment complex. And so he was in and out of people's apartments. So he would just pick it up. He got it twice. Yeah, they can pole vault. Yeah. And it was like 2 days afterwards, Amy and I both started to feel like we had a head cold coming on. And I went, what the hell? Let's go get it tested. It's free. We'll go do it. She was like, okay, fine. So we got in the car. We drove over and they had it. The testing center was in the parking lot of a casino. So you would go into the parking garage and you'd go up 3 floors and then you'd go down the exit. And as you were going out, that's where they had the testing station done. So it was moving pretty quick. And, you'd walk down and they'd come over and they were all in PPE, all dressed in Tyvek. Bless their souls, because it was like September, which is like 115 degrees here in Vegas. They're all in Tyvek suits from head to toe. They've even got booty covers on. They're double gloved. They've got on heavy respirator masks. Bless their freaking hearts. Oh my God. You smell like schnapps. But they tested, and it was a 24-hour turnaround. And so 24 hours later, we called the number, gave them our pass number, and that test number was positive for both of us. I was down for 2 days. In my bed, down. I just slept for 2 days. I didn't do anything other than that. 2 days, just slept. Got up and I was fine. And I went, oh, well, that wasn't that freaking bad. I had the cold. I had a cold. I do that with a regular cold. But then I started noticing some other symptoms. And I went in and talked to my doctor, and he said, you have long COVID. And I said, what is that? And he says, well, it's kind of where the COVID doesn't leave you. Good news is you may not ever be able to contract COVID again because you have the antibodies. Bad news? Well, you're going to live with these symptoms. The symptoms are fatigue, stiff muscles, and a few other things. And he told me, and I said, so my fibromyalgia. He said, yeah, pretty much. But I won't be able to get COVID again. Well, I could, but the odds of it are very slim to none. No bookie in Vegas would take the odds. They'd be like, no, no, no. I'm trying to cut that straight. And what did I end up doing? I ended up cutting it too short, and now I have to cut the other side, and it's still freaking crooked. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. So yeah, so basically it's like multiplying my fibromyalgia, which is a whole, if you have fibromyalgia, you know that's like, it's a whole fun thing all on its own. But yeah, I still go in and I get my shot and all that other good stuff. But where has my thingy gone? Where can it be? Has anybody seen my thing? What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? My thing, thing. My silicone brush. No? Okay, we'll just use the pointy thing. Oh, let's see, who could that be? It's Michelle. Michelle. Okay, the other Michelle. Oh, it's my baby. He's opening his Christmas present. He got a ducky. He got a purple ducky. Oh. Alrighty. So I'm going to make a ham for me and Hub today. Just a little one with a cranberry glaze and some smashed potatoes. Here's the thing. I go in there and I make smashed potatoes. You know, I get out the potato masher and I smash them by hand. Hubbard comes behind me and goes, "These aren't done yet." Gets out the mixer and he mixes them up. I'm like, "Those were smashed potatoes. They're supposed to be like that." "Oh, I didn't know. I like them creamy." Oh my God, stay out of my kitchen. Why do we have to do this? This needs some blingy. Oh, let's get some blingy. Okay. We need some bling. I think, like, not pearls. I'm thinking, like, diamonds, you know? Yellow diamonds. Jewels. Stuff. Let's see. Yellow. So back here in the orange. What do we have? These ones, these are too orangey. Yeah, 82 was there. All right, let's open this puppy up. They're brand new. Hi, Stace. Welcome, honey. Merry Christmas. Yeah, so I'm going to do mashed potatoes, smashed potatoes, and cranberry glazed ham with make stuffing muffins and cornbread because I don't like stuffing, so I'm going to make some cornbread. I want some cornbread. And Hubbard loves stuffing, so he'll eat all the muffins I make. But I make the muffins so he can have them for breakfast. They're just a hearty breakfast. See, that needed a little blingy dingy. I think it did. It's a little blingy dingy. Okay. And then I'm going to be making a sweet potato casserole. I was going to do a pie, but Hubbard went and got pumpkin, and I know they're two totally different flavors. But I don't know. I just have a thing about serving both of them at the same time, and I'm just not, no. So I'm going to start dinner probably about 3-4 o'clock. There you go. Do you know what I like to do with my stovetop, though? If I'm using stovetop stuffing, I like to use, if you have it, just like some chicken stock. Instead of the water, use chicken stock. Well, Dale tamales is the best. Tamales are like potato soup. You know, it's good, but it's much better the next day. All cream soups, like they're good, but the next day, so much better. This I stole from my mom many, many years ago. This is, it's from Raytheon. It is a precision tool for when my mom was a rocket scientist, when she was building the guidance system for the Triton II missiles. This was one of the precision tools. And I guess the point bent a little bit right here. So they got rid of it. So my mom took it. And they let her have it, no big deal. But the piece that was patented was on this side, and they took that side out. But they left this part on, and my mom took it, and now I have it. I love that thing. It's perfect for all my crafty needs. Okay, this, I don't know. I don't like this. And then what will happen is I'll cut that off and put something else there, right? No. Okay, we're not going to mess with that at the moment. Right. We have this. Don't know what we're going to do with it. No idea. We need to find our acrylic dot things for these, because I do have small ones. And we do still have, some pieces here to work with. Not a lot, but we do. Okay, now, what do we got? We got this one. This was in a frame. Cut it out. Aren't we done with Christmas carols?
No. Not until tomorrow.
I hate you. I hate Christmas carols. Not Christmas carols. I like Christmas carols. I don't like Christmas music. Like pop and stuff. I don't mind country Christmas for some reason, but like pop, I just don't like it.
Like the old stuff. Snoopy, Red Baron. Hippopotamus.
Yeah, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. I don't want a crocodile. I don't like when he smiles. I want a hippopotamus. Okay. What? Yeah, that's what just played. That's what maybe made the comment, because it just played in the background. And I was like, oh, God. A hippopotamus. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
It's cold outside.
Only hippopotamus will do.
The Grinch.
I don't know. I kind of like it, but I don't. All right, we're going to move this over here and think about it.
Good Silent Night. Good one.
Like, I'm not Christian. We all know this, but I'd rather listen to the Christmas that is, the hymnal Christmas. Oh Holy Night, Little Drummer Boy,
Yeah.
We Three Kings. Even give me some like, I'll Be Home for Christmas. The original I'll Be Home for Christmas. Not that disco stuff. I'm sorry, that's not Christmas music to me. It's still dance music, and it has no place in Christmas. She was being included. Hi, Mary. Merry Christmas to you and your boy, honey. Did he get what he wanted? Of course he did. Mary made sure that he did. Because we're moms, it's what we do. Yes. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Oh, my personal favorite. I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. 101. They call me Heat Miser. Whatever I touch starts to melt in my clutch. I'm too much. I love that damn song. It's a thing. I even have a heat miser. It's in the other room. He sits on the couch with Grinch. And my grandkids wonder why I hate Christmas. Okay. I think we have built out pretty much all that we can. We still got a few pieces that we can build some stuff out of if we need to. And there is more that I just didn't print of this set. It'll work. All right, so let's do 1-inch strip of this. Okay. Then we're going to glue this on. Make a belly band. Why not, right? God rest you, merry gentlemen. There's a Christmas song. You know, it just, I think that, like I said, I'm not religious, but I have to say that by and large, I think that Christmas should have some kind of reverence to it. We're not going to put this on the front page because it clashes with this mustard yellow color. So not going to do that. I think we're just going to put this on here and leave the page for right. So we're getting started on some pages.
Oh, there it is.
What?
Hippopotamus.
He's over there listening to Christmas music. By the way, I am the Grinch, and I live with old Saint Nick over there. He makes it sound like, it's an annoyance. The truth is he actually loves Christmas. Hippopotamuses.
6.
Yeah. Okay. You lurk, baby. I'll be here throughout the day, on and off.
I'll be here all day.
He'll be here all day, folks. Aren't we all so lucky?
Yay. There's a whole lot of nothing to do. Damn.
Yep. We're all going to have to put up with Hubbard all day. Of course, I have to put up with him all day, every day. And I survive. So you will too.
I'm in acquired phase.
Unless he starts with bad Christmas dad jokes. In which case, you will have to be shot, drawn, and quartered.
Cake. I'm good.
I know. He's got tea and fruitcake. I blame it on the fruitcake. It just makes him nuttier and nuttier.
Hey, honey.
Yes, my love.
These packets, the little dog treats in the packets, I'm assuming that was their stocking stuffers?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then I assumed right.
Yes. But nobody put them under the tree.
That's okay. I gave it to him one thing yesterday, the thing now, and there's 2 left.
Are you giving out my treats?
I handed them out.
It's just wrong.
There's 2 more left. You can do the other 2. I've done my good deeds for the day. I've given neighbors baked goods.
Okay. So we have started working on pages. We're going to continue that, but I have been here for a little over an hour, and I have to go to the potties and stuff, and I have to take my blood sugar and eat and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to do all of that, and I'm going to leave you guys for a little bit. I'll be back, I don't know, like in an hour and a half or so. As soon as I get everything taken care of, I will be back. We'll be doing this throughout the day. Don't worry about it. I'll be here on and off all day. So go and get your stuff started, because I know you got to get food started too. And then we'll meet back here in like 2 hours-ish. And we'll work on some more. Okay? And if we get through this one today, that's okay. We'll just pick another color. All right? So don't be alone for the holidays. Come and hang out with us. We're just going to sit here and shoot the crap and just talk and make fun of people. I don't know. But we're going to have a good time doing it. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Stay well. Stay hydrated. If you are on your way someplace else and, you're going to be leaving us and won't be back, please be careful. It is crazy out there. And And I love you guys, and I will see you very, very soon. Okay? Bye, guys. See you in a bit.